Hello guys, this is the video for the volume test study guide. So number 1 says if the volume of this figure below is 276 feet cubed and the area of the base is 69 feet cubed, what is the height of the area? So we know that our formula for volume is the area of the base times the height. Alright, anytime we're doing a rectangular prism, that is the formula that we use, the area of the base times the height. So we know that the volume is 276. We know the area of the base is 69, and we're looking for the height. So we're just going to solve this like an equation. Divide 69 by both sides because we're solving for h. 276 divided by 69 gives you 4. So we have a height of 4. Alright, number 2, so the sandbox in the shape of a rectangular prism has a volume of 680 cubic feet. The height of the sandbox is 17 centimeters and the width of its base is 10 centimeters. What is the length of the shed? So we have a rectangular prism, so we know that the formula that we're going to use is volume equals the area of the base times the height. It already gives me the volume of 680 cubic feet. Change colors for y'all. Alright, so we have 680 cubic feet. Now, the base, we're looking for the length of it, so we can just go ahead and say 10 times 17, and we're looking for the length, alright? So, we are looking for the length. We know that this formula is the same as saying length times width times height. So that's why on this question, I went ahead and set up my formula this way. So now, 10 times 17 gives me 170. So I have 680 equals 170L. I divide 170 by both sides, and I get a length of 4. On number 3, it said, what is the volume of this figure in cubic meters? So now this is going to be like a composite figure because we have 2 different three-dimensional shapes. So the top is a triangular prism. So for the top, I'm going to say 1/2 times the area of the base times the height. Now for the bottom part, the bottom figure, that's just a regular prism. So we're going to say the area of the base times the height. So when I'm finding the area of this triangular prism, I need to know the height, which is 6. The base is 16 meters long and 5 meters wide. So for my base, I'm going to multiply 16 times 4 times my height of 6. So in your calculator, you can just type 0.5 times 16 times 4 times 5. Sorry, I wrote a 4 and that should be a 5. Just try to draw with it. I was going wrong. Sorry, guys. Right here, this should be a 5. Then times our 6, that is our height. Alright, that's right. 16 times 5 times 6. Sorry. Alright, so when you multiply all that together, we're going to get a volume of 240. Alright, so 240 cubic meters. Now we're going to find the volume of this rectangular prism, or this general prism. So the length is 16, the width is 5, and my height is 4. So the area of my base is going to be 16 times 5 times the 4, which is the height. When you multiply all that together, you get 320. So now I have to add these to get a total of 560 cubic meters. All right, let's look at number 4. Tony wants to fill a triangular prism with corn. How many cubic feet of corn will he need? Now, this question was on the volume quiz, and we're going to use the dimension from the base that it is sitting on. All right, we're going to use the dimensions from the base that it is sitting on, the length of 6. the height of 4, the width of 4, and the height of 8. All right, so for a triangular prism, we know we're going to say 1/2 the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base is going to be 6 times 4 times 8, which is the height. So in your calculator, you can just type 0.5 times 6 times 4 times 8, and you're going to get a volume of 96 cubic feet. Number 5 says, which of the following is a true statement about the two rectangular prisms below? So I can see that my answer choices are talking about volume, all right? So I'm going to have to find the volume of both of these figures. So this is just a general prism, so I'm going to say that volume equals the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base, I can tell, is going to be 50. So I say 50 times the height of 2, and I get a volume of 100. Now I'm going to find the volume of this shape right here. It's a general prism once again, so the volume is going to be the area of the base times the height. The area of the base is going to be 18, because 6 times 3 is 18, times the height of 4, and we get 72. So volume A, or prism A, has a volume of 100, and prism B has a volume of 72. So choice A says the volume of prism A is smaller than the volume of prism B. 100 is not smaller than 72, so A is not a choice. B says the volume of prism B is twice the volume of prism A. 72 is not twice 100. So we're going to mark that out. C says the volume of prism B is smaller than the volume of prism A, and that is correct. So C is the correct answer. Number 6 says the dimensions of a toolbox are 8 meters, 6 meters, and 20 and 5/10 meters. What is the volume of the box? So this is going to be a general prism, a toolbox, so it's going to be like a rectangular prism. And I'm going to do the area of the base times the height. So I'm going to say the volume equals 8 times 6 times 20.5. I don't know which one it's using as the base, so I'm just going to do length times width times height. When you say 8 times 6 times 20.5, you get 984. 984. So the next part of this question says, if each meter of the toolbox weighs 0.8 grams, what is the weight of the toolbox? So we have 984 total meters, and each meter weighs 0.8 grams. So we're going to multiply those two together to get the total weight of the toolbox, which is 787 2/10 grams for this toolbox. All right, let's look at number 7. It says find the volume of the cube. This is a general prism, so we're going to say volume equals the area of the base times the height. The area of the base is going to be 4 times 4, which gives me 16, times the height, which is 4. 16 times 4 gives me 64 centimeters cubed. And guys, it is up to your individual teacher whether they want you to write the units or not on each one, so make sure you double check that with them. All right, number 8 says a room air conditioner can cool a room with a volume of 1,600 cubic feet. So it already gives us our volume. It says if a room has a height of 8 feet and a length of 16 feet, what is the maximum width of the room? So think about an air conditioner. It's going to be in the shape of a rectangular prism, or every air conditioner I have ever seen has been. So we're going to say volume equals the area of the base times the height. So we're going to look for we don't know our area of the base because we're looking for the width. So I'm just going to go ahead and use what I know in my formula. So I know my volume is 1,600 cubic feet. I have a height of 8, a length of 16, and I don't know the width. Now, 8 times 16 gives me 128. So I have 1600 equals 128W. I divide 128 by both sides. And I get a width of 12 5/10. Number 9 says to find the volume of the right triangular prism. All right, of the right triangular prism. So we know that when we have a triangular prism or anything triangular, we're going to say 1/2 times the area of the base times the height. Now, I've taught my students that we go off the dimensions by the right angle. All right, we don't use this side, which is called the hypotenuse, when we're finding the area of these prisms. So, for the base, we're going to use a width or length of 6 and a width of 8. So we're going to say that volume equals 1/2 times 6 times 8, and then a height of 7.5. So in your calculator, you can just type 0.5 times 6 times 8 times 7.5, and you're going to get a volume of 180 feet cubed. Logan wants to fill a box with M&Ms for his mom. The box has a base with 3-inch sides and a height of 6 inches. Filling it with M&Ms will cost 25 cents per cubic inch. How much will Logan have to pay to fill a box with M&Ms? So first of all, we're filling a box. So we know that that's just going to be a general prism. So to find the volume, we're going to say the area of the base times the height. Now, it says the base has 3-inch sides. So the length is going to be 3, and the width is also going to be 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, times a height of 6, and that gives me 54 cubic inches. However, it takes 25 cents per cubic inch. So now we're going to say 54 times the 25 cents, and that gives me $13.50. So it's going to cost $13.50 to fill a box with M&Ms. All right, number 11 says true or false. The volume of a pyramid is 1/2 the volume of the prism. Now I want you to think about something for just a second. To find volume of a prism, we say volume equals area of the base times the height. All right, so this is our formula for a prism. A rectangular prism as shown here. All right, now to find the volume of a pyramid, we know that we say 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So it says that the volume of the pyramid is 1/2 the volume of the prism. That's not true because it's 1/3 the volume of a general prism. So the answer is going to be false, and that's because it is 1/3 the volume of a prism. All right, number 12 wants us to find the volume of the pyramid. So we just talked about volume of a pyramid, that it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So we're going to say volume equals 1/3. The area of the base is 4 times 10, which is 40, times the height, which is 6. Now, the way I like to do this is say 40 times 6. And I get 240. And multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. So in your calculator, if you say 240 divided by 3, you are going to get 80, which is the correct answer. Or you can multiply it by that 1/3. Number 13 says a square pyramid, that's very important, has a base of 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, and a height of 6 1/3. What is the volume of the pyramid? So first of all, we are going to find the volume We know since we have a pyramid that it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So we're going to say that volume equals 1/3. The area of the base is going to be 6 times 3 times 6 1/3. Now I'm going to go ahead and change 6 1/3 to a mixed number. So 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. And we keep our denominator of 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and multiply 18 times 19. And I divide that by 3. And I get 114. So now I have that volume equals 1/3 times 114. Because this would have a denominator of 1, so 18 times 19, and then over 3. So now I'm going to say 114 divided by 3, or times 1/3, and you get a volume of 38 feet cubed. Number 14 says to find the length of a speaker with a width of 9 centimeters, a height of 38 centimeters, and a volume of 342 cubic centimeters. We're going to assume this is a rectangular prism. So we're already given the volume, and we know that we're going to use volume equals area of base times the height. So the volume is 342. We don't have the length of the base, so we're just going to say 9 times 38 times length. So 9 times 38 is going to give you 342. So you're going to divide 342 by both sides. And 342 divided by 342 gives you 1 for the length. Number 15 says a square pyramid has a volume of 54 cubic inches. If the base of the pyramid has an area of 18 inches, what is the height of the pyramid? So we know that our formula for pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. All right. It tells us that the volume is 54. The base has an area of 18. I forgot my 1/3. So 1/3 times the area, which is 18, and we're looking for the height. So what I'm going to do first is say 1/3 times 18. Multiplying by 1/3 is the same as just dividing by 3. So 18 divided by 3 gives me 6 times the height. I divide 6 by both sides, and I get that 9 is the height of this square pyramid. Good luck on your test.